Howdy YouTube, and welcome back to more War Thunder with me, Revster. Let me introduce y'all to the Skoshi Tiger, or F5C, or F5C Skoshi Tiger, however you want to pronounce it. At least that's what War Thunder Wikipedia says. Anyway, I bought this little wonderful aircraft, and I mean that, it's wonderful, during the 10-year anniversary event for War Thunder a few months ago. Well, a few months ago during this recording, or you know what I mean. Anyway. It's a fun little aircraft. It can do quite a few things. It can dogfight, it can ground pound, it can base bomb, it can run straight for the ground and run away from F-14s and their AIM-54 Phoenixes. Yes, the F-14 carries AIM-54 Phoenix long-range radar-guided missiles, and they are scary. Luckily for me, that F-14 over there is dead. Blip. He's dead. So I didn't have to worry about it. Anyway. I have a couple of good matches here for y'all today, and, well, let's get right into the action. Looking for a target to go after. Still pretty far from the battle. The AIM-9E Sidewinder missiles that this plane carries are pretty good, but they're definitely not great. They're better than the AIM-9B, I can tell you that. I let one go at that F5 there, hoping he's not paying attention. And just as I start lining up the second one, somebody shoots at me from behind. I was thinking about going after the second one. I said, no, I need to look behind me. And I'm glad I did. There's an F5. It's a good thing I looked behind me. I learned that lesson the hard way, didn't I? So I drop my air brakes, lower my throttle, roll in behind this guy. I know he's going too fast. Spool up a missile. Just get the nose on him, but I realized too late he's turning. I should have been firing my missile. Should have waited. I try to gun him down, but I just can't aim worth of nothing. Thankfully, a teammate takes this guy out, so it saves me from my embarrassment. Okay, well, at this point, I think there's only one enemy left, and he's going to run away for a while, so this will be a good chance for me to do some ground pounding, get little points. After all, I have to get 40,000 points in order to get that star, so I can get the German Tornado IDS. I'll make a video on that plane, eventually, sorry. Probably not in realistic, because I think I've had enough of realistic. This match and the next one were one of the few matches I actually had fun in this game. Well, at top tier, anyway. So, how about a little history on this little aircraft? Not a whole lot of history, because I don't know everything, but I know a little bit. I know that the F5A variant first flew in 1959, and I think the definitive version, the F5E, flew in 1972. Its service life was like 1959 to 1987, I think. Or, well, not service life, it was produced from 1959 to 1987. With over 1,200 versions of the A, B, and C, and D, excuse me, and 1,400 of the E and F variants. I confused this thing sometimes with the F-20 Tiger Shark, because I thought it was the same aircraft. It looks very similar, but it's not. Only other thing I know about this little plane is, well, it was used by a lot of different countries all over the world. That's why we have many different variants in the game, because I believe China, not so much China, more like Taiwan, I think, is the one who uses it. This plane was also used in the movie Top Gun, the original 80s one, not Top Gun Maverick. I still need to see that. Anyway, it was used in place for the MiG-28 Aggressor. No such plane existed, of course. Technically, the Russians did get their hands on an F5, and they could have done that, but let's not go into history right now. Blasted A-10 almost shot me down with his 30 mil. Did you see that? Crazy people out there. Not much else going on in this battle. We'll move on to the next one here in just a minute. The pre-order version of this plane actually came with the MiG-28 skin from the movie. Now, unfortunately, you can't get that anymore, but there is, I think, one on Live War Thunder that's close to being the same ones. It's slightly different. Not much else happens in this match. I just farm some more ground targets, and the last enemy gets shot down by my teammate across the map. So let's move on to the next battle. Alright, here we are on the next match. This one's got a little bit more action than the last one. Just slowly making my way towards the battlefield. I don't like going straight in because I generally end up dying immediately. SU-25 and A-10 are duking it out down there. Harriers are duking it out up high. See this SU-25 slowly making its way to the middle of the battlefield. A-5 down there. Harrier to the head. Double check behind me because you never know. I don't want to get shot in the back again. I decide, well, this SU-25 might not be paying attention, so I'll throw a missile at it and see what happens. Wait a minute, and away it goes. It's a long distance, but it's worth a shot. I saw those flares and I thought, well, I didn't get it. Well, what else can we go after? Oh, bling, I got him. Never mind. So I go after the second SU-25 and I think, wait. Look behind me. Sure enough, A5. Like, nope, I don't want to deal with that. Check again, and he's actually not flying towards me, so we're good. I spot this Harrier. Let's take him out. Let's pull up the missile, lock him up. Oh, crap, he's dropping flares. Never mind. Let's go underneath him. See, he's not going directly at me, so I swing around and get behind him. See an F-104 off in the distance. We'll see more of him later. Harrier versus Harrier. Both miss each other. He's still dropping flares, but I decide to fire anyway. Got him. Alright. After that, there wasn't much else, so move on to the next part. Just a little bit later, I was going after some ground targets and trying to find some other targets to go after. Bots, mainly. Going after this little bot here. And you're about to see my absolutely horrible, atrocious aim. Yep. I can't hit the broadside of a barn. Anyway, I try again by rolling up and over, drop my air brakes. Alright, hard to miss from this range. Come on. I also noticed something on the minimap coming towards me. Take out the bot first. And I look over to my left to see what it is. It's a French fighter. It's a Milan. Okay. I know he has missiles, so roll under, drop flares, dodge his guns, and he pancakes it into the ground. Okay, well, that's a maneuver kill, I guess. It's at this point I realize my fuel tank's almost empty, so I need to head back to the airfield. I'm booking in as fast as I can. I should be able to glide back to the airfield. The A-10's over there having a ball, ground pounding to his heart's delight. Something I would like to be doing, because I do enjoy doing that, actually. It's very relaxing. Very relaxing going after ground targets, not have to worry about fighters. Anyway, where's the airfield? It's right there. It is. Okay. Just got to get a little bit higher, and oh crap, there goes the engines. Alright then, well. This should be fun. Just have to glide back to the airfield. Alright, a few nervous moments later, I'm approaching the airfield here. Landing gear down. Slowing down. Going crazy maneuvers to slow down because I am still going too fast despite not having an engine. But, touchdown. Kind of bounce a little bit, but it's okay. Got a drag chute, and we're going to stop. Unfortunately, the recording replay system, messes up the sound a lot. So it sounds like my engine is still running, but it's not. My engine's been off this whole time, or at least at this point. So we're going to rearm, repair, refuel, and we're going to take off again. Alright, rearmed, refueled, and ready to go here. Back in the air, heading back to the battlefield. Teammate has been steadily decreasing the enemy points, as you can see. I warned him that there was an F-104 over near him, but he didn't seem to pay attention. And that's what I'm looking for right now, to making sure he didn't sneak around to the back of the map and come up behind me. That has happened too many times in the past. Very paranoid about that, honestly. I really was... That's a story for another time. Anyway, I continue looking around, making sure he's not behind me or anything, and I notice a streak coming from the sky, heading towards my teammate. I wasn't able to warn him in time. He's down. Well, that's not good. That leaves me in this wonderful little aircraft, but an unexperienced pilot, versus a most likely experienced pilot flying that new premium F-104. We're close on ground targets, but I don't know how many missiles that F-104 has left. I don't know what kind of a pilot they are. They have the most kills, I think, on the enemy team. Really nervous here. Kind of panic looking around, making sure he's not sneaking up behind me. I know I've said that a few times, but that's one of my biggest problems. I've been shot down because I didn't look behind me enough. So I decided to kind of make my way towards these little ground targets over here with the hopes that maybe I can just take out the last few we need before he catches me. Little did I know, he's actually a lot closer than I thought he was. There he is. So I decided to, in this recording, I decided to pause it and check out his plane. He is flying the new premium F-104. And he's only armed with one AIM-9P. Now the AIM-9P is actually slightly better than the AIM-9E that I'm using, but not by much. I couldn't tell if he had spotted me or not, so I decided to watch the recording. Lots of fires. I already knew he was there, so I dropped flares. Switch back to myself here. Come on. Here we go. I dropped my flares and I rolled underneath his missile, and he missed. At this point, I was expecting a bunch more missiles, so I just started moving wildly around, ready to drop flares at a moment's notice. But he just flies off. Of course, I have the benefit of hindsight now to know that he only had one missile, but at the time I thought he still was fully loaded with missiles, and I was expecting an AIM-7 Sparrow to come down and smack me out of the sky. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Sweating bullets at this point, not sure what's going to happen next. I decide, alright, well, I might as well go after some ground targets before he comes after me again. We're so close to winning, I just need to kill a few. Still panicking, looking around everywhere. Pillbox. Looking around, where is he? Don't see him, okay. Let's go for this pillbox. That's not a pillbox, I mean that's an artillery piece. AA gun? I guess it was an AA gun. I can't remember. I can see it in the bottom of the screen, but it looks like AA. It is an AA. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Ignore me. On my throttle, I'm looking around for him still. There he is. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? Finish off the ground target or roll away? Go for the ground target. Almost crashed like an idiot there. Didn't even get the darn thing. Then I realized he's not coming after me? I'll never catch him with my missiles. My missiles are just too slow and too unmaneuverable to catch him. He's gone. I don't know what he was doing, honestly. So I just decided to finish off that pillbox I missed. And finish a few more ground targets. And that's pretty much the end of this battle. Not super exciting, but, you know, I said before, I'm not very good at flying these jets. Either way, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. If you didn't enjoy it, you still know what to do. Either way, thanks for watching.